The drive by Green. Misses off the left iron. Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well. And what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
And here is Barnes after the three-pointer from Iman Shumpert. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. Curry kicks to Bogut. Good D by Thompson.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Shumpert gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Thompson passes to Shumpert. He dishes it to Irving from downtown. That's good. Irving's got his first 3 points of the game. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Houston.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Here's Curry. J.R. Smith making his last shot, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. Barnes, screen on Shumpert. Pass to Barnes. They need this. Count that one. Barnes has got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Cavaliers leading by 3.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Now here's Irving. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season. Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA. Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
1:35 left here in the first quarter. Kicks to Dellavedova. Lets it go with a 3. And the basket good.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP in a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest. And I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And guys, Andre Iguodala entered this league as an athlete with raw skill. And bit by bit, though, he refined his game over the years, except in the one category, free throw shooting. In that one area, he was much better over the first 5 years of his career than he has been the last 5.
For the Cavaliers, Iman Shumpert's checked in for Jefferson. Jones comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Irving. Now here's Shumpert. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And we were talking about Iguodala's free throw shooting. It really is a miracle. He's become so efficient, Clark, in every other area of his game. But last year, in his 11th season, he shot the second worst percentage of his career.
Sometimes, Kevin, it's simply a matter of confidence. You miss a few and it gets into your head, and before you know it, the harder you're trying, the worse it gets.
Now here's Iguodala, looking for his first basket still in this one. Down low, it's taken away by Smith. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Shumpert kicks to Varejao. Great D that time from Iguodala.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Lots of room. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. 16 seconds left in the first. Here's Smith. And the rejection by Ezeli. Here's Shumpert. Drills the three-pointer. Shumpert's got 6. Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. Barbosa. The shot misses. The basket's coming. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Love and Varejao are up front. Williams is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Smith in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Varejao dishes to Smith. Here's the 3. And that's collected by Bogut. Warriors trail by 6. Curry wide open. No good on the triple. Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Here's Love, and he jams it with authority.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And here are the Warriors now. The Cavaliers making the shot. Thompson passes to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Thompson again missing. For Cleveland, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Varejao. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Warriors trail by 6. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Nobody near Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Jefferson comes in for Smith. Shumpert is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Irving subbed in for Williams. And the Warriors also making a change. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry, certainly, Clark, a magician with the ball in his hands. He can really supply the terrific handle, razzle-dazzle moves, crossovers. He has it all.
He sure does, but on occasion he can be a little loose with it and turn it over some. That's been a focus both by him and the coaching staff. Attack, but do it with precision.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Curry dishes to Bogut. Cannot hit. Jefferson with some nice D. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's Irving. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Curry. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Detroit. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got 5 points in the quarter.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Ezeli gets the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter. And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a free pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the three-pointer from Iman Shumpert. From outside the arc. Another miss by Shumpert. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Good chance here for Barnes. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And 12 points for Barnes.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that and start it hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside jumper from past the arc, and good on the basket. Book it. Shumpert's got 15.
He had a great start from the arc, and he's kicked it up even another notch here in the second.
Barbosa against Shumpert. Takes it from 10, and he overshot that one, missing. And Jefferson, here we go. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And time now to go courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Stephen Curry. And Steph, you've had to deal with a lot of defensive pressure. What do you need?
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.